Bill Gates' trust, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, has sold all their Alibaba shares. Yes, that's the Chinese e-commerce giant, of course, with Jack Ma at its head. Well, not anymore, but most likely you've seen Jack Ma on the news, and most likely so did Bill Gates. And most likely, for that reason, he pulled his investments out and taken out of $128 million, having a profit over $20 million. So I suppose that's not bad, right? Since, he bought those shares for $100 million. My name is Lucas, and being an investor from the excelwealth.com website, I like to share interesting bits and pieces on the investment market with you. And in today's video, I'll be sharing with you the major changes Bill Gates made in his investment portfolio. And if you stay until the end, I'll even share with you what he bought with the money that he freed up from his investment portfolio. So we're talking about Alibaba and the 40 thieves. I mean, Alibaba, the Alibaba company. I mean, the Alibaba shares that Bill Gates actually has sold. And next to that, Bill Gates also actually sold his shares in Uber Technologies. Now, Gates didn't have that many shares in Uber Technologies, but all his 26,000 and, somewhat like 700 somewhat shares, he actually sold them in the fourth quarter of 2020. And you have to see it like this. Uber had a strong 2020, going up 71% in the year 2020. Now this year, 2021, they're also rising already. Year to date, they've already gained, somewhat like 14%. So Uber's food delivery unit, Uber Eats in this case, could be their diamond in their Uber company. Earlier this month, the company actually said, the fourth quarter of delivery revenue, including Uber Eats, was $1.3 billion, which is already over 220% compared to the year before. Now, what might have caused the investors to change of thought, at least draw their attention, is that Uber has agreed to work together with the alcohol delivery startup Drizzly for $1.1 billion. Now, I don't know about you, but Gates is fond of a healthy lifestyle. So if you didn't like alcohol in your lifestyle, or at least having alcohol delivered to your doorstep, if that's not one of the choices that you would like, that might be a reason for you also to pull the plug on Uber. Another huge change to the Bill Gates investment portfolio is that he pulled half of his Apple shares. Now, he had over 2 million shares, and he actually sold off 1 million shares he actually sold off 1 million shares. And you have to see it like this. Apple had a huge success in 2020 with a gain of 80%. And yet, Bill Gates has sold off half of his investment in Apple. Like, why? Why? But you got to see it like this. In 2021, currently this year to date, Apple has already lost 2.1%. Now, maybe that's just a bad start. Well, no matter how, there are widespread, speculations that Apple is working on a car. And in different reports, you can actually read upon the news that Apple is talking to Hyundai to partner up, but there doesn't seem to be any results in their agreements yet. So the question is now the time to buy some Apple shares? Since, they haven't gotten their agreement signed yet. The moment they sign it, hey, who knows, they might surge all of a sudden again, right? Okay, back to Alibaba. If you're in the investment world, most likely you know Jack Ma, the former CEO of the Alibaba Group. Now, the Alibaba Group has grown almost 10% throughout 2020. Despite the disappearance of Jack Ma back in October 2020, the stocks actually fell with almost 50% in that quarter only. You gotta see it like that. Although they fell, they actually rose again the moment Jack Ma resurfaced in a video after being, out of the public eye for months. And, just to go quickly into Jack Ma and the Chinese regulations, Jack Ma actually criticized the Chinese government, about the money system that they had. Now, I am from Chinese origin. Maybe I shouldn't be talking too much about that as well. If they lock up my channel, and hey, I'm not a billionaire who actually owns several islands, so I don't really have somewhere to retreat to the moment they actually cut off my expenses and such. Well, now, the regulations on Alibaba were lifted this year in February. So that caused the Alibaba stock to rise again, luckily for him. But despite of that, Bill Gates actually sold off all the 500,000 shares that they had in Alibaba. The question is, what does he do with all the millions? Well, that's the next question to answer in this video. Schrodinger. Do you know them? Schrodinger? And no, it's not the Schrodinger's cat, which is a thought experience, in which a paradox is used, but we're not talking about any paradoxes here. We're talking about the stock company Schrodinger. And Schrodinger is in this case a company that offers software platform used in the drugs, not at the drugs, I know every time I mention the word drugs, I always have the idea that we're talking about Breaking Bad or anything. Not that kind of drugs, okay? But in the drugs delivery department, that helping out in the healthcare department. Now, back in February 2020, the shares of the Schrodinger company were offered for only $17 per share. $17 per share. Back in the fourth quarter of 2020, share prices already rose to $40 per share. But you got to see it like this. Schrodinger company actually closed 2020 with a gain of over 460%, which is a good reason for Bill Gates to buy 2 million shares of Schrodinger, causing them to grow another 30% in these 2 months of this year. Now this all because of this, analysts see the drugs discovery market is being on a rise right now, especially right now. So my question to you is, should you be buying into the drug discovery companies right now? Would that be a great idea? When we look at the prices, it is almost, it almost feels like, GameStop just a couple of weeks ago. Now, stocks are growing like crazy. The only difference is this company, Schrodinger's, actually has something that people believe in. So it's not just some fun investment game people are playing here, like the Wall Street bets are doing. Now, with that, I would like to end this video today, okay? With me. Now let me know your ideas and comments down below. If you like the video, of course, don't forget to smash that video. It will really help the video out. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, be sure to hit that subscribe button, which will somewhere be over here. Now that will cause you to become an XL Crew member. And don't forget to tap that notification bell. Every time a new video comes out, you will be notified. I thank you very much for watching today's video. I'll see you in the next video. Happy investing.